John Carpenter's Halloween would introduce a new icon to the horror genre while also giving the genre what many people consider to be a horror masterpiece. It was natural a sequel would come. Carpenter essentially refused to direct and appointed the duties to Rick Rosenthal, and in 1981, Halloween 2 would be released, continuing the story of Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. This was another sequel growing up that I again preferred over the first. I know the first is a horror classic and its slow plotting and methodical pacing is intentional, but personally I just slightly prefer this sequel. I enjoy the tighter pacing, I like the increased body count and the action that it brings, I like the elevated slasher vibe and the hospital settings and all the confined tension that comes from the shadows of this movie. Plus, Myers just has more to do and I've always loved it. This film was naturally not as favorable with the critics, but when looking back at all the terrible Halloween sequels that would come over the years, Halloween 2 may not be as traditionally good as the first, but it is a worthy contender that I think would have held up much better over time had the series just died at the end of this film with Strode and Myers closing out their battle. But when going back to revisit the franchise each season, I always watch the first film simply to set up the enjoyable terror that this sequel delivers.